questions that I received on Instagram, and I definitely want to address some of them, and I think they are fun. So let's give it a shot here. Number one, what's your favorite part about being a father? So, without getting too much in my personal life, I would say things that I did not have, my son already has, and it in a way heals you as a parent when your child has something that you never had and you always wanted to have it, if that makes sense. So that's one thing that I see constantly with my son. He already has things that I never had. So to have that in his life is so beautiful to watch and so special to me because I never had it. So that's one thing that I think any parent can relate to. And I definitely love seeing him be happy as well. That's another thing. Just smiling, and my son's 8 years old, or not 8 years old, excuse me, 8 months old, and just seeing him happy and smiling, and that's just one of the best things in the world. And just to see your child smile and to hug you, there's nothing like it in this world. It makes it a lot easier to go and work at places and do things that you normally wouldn't want to do. It makes it a lot easier. It gives you a purpose in life to go do those things. So it's very interesting how that changes you, and it changes me very much. And I've really enjoyed the experience so far, and I know basically I have a lifetime to go. So I really enjoyed it thus far. And son, if you ever see this, I do love you. Please never forget that. Number two, do you shine your own shoes and belt? Yes, I do sign my shoes. I got my shoe shine box from a garage sale in Corpus Christi. It was actually from a Jets player, and from the 70s or the 80s, and he lived there. And it was really cool because I'm a New York Jets fan, unfortunately, and it was really nice to get that from him. We had a long conversation about my sadness and my unfortunate fan of that team, and he played for the team, so that was really cool. We had a nice little dialogue about that. Belt-wise, I do shine the belts as well, but the thing is, in my belts is usually just for casual wear. If I'm wearing jeans, then I wear a belt. But if I have trousers on, a lot of times I use side tab adjusters. I don't really have chinos, so I basically only use them with jeans or shorts. So that's when I use a belt, and you don't really see it because I like to wear my shorts and my jeans at my navel, which is the actual natural waist of a human being. So a lot of my jeans and a lot of my stuff is pretty much high rise. I just enjoy wearing it there. It's more comfortable. And I would say the reason why I got that is because when I worked at the Art of Shaving, I had belts on my suits, and I had to get down on the ground and get stuff out of the counter, underneath the counter, and I hated it, and it's just very uncomfortable. My shirt would come untucked and all that kind of stuff when I'm trying to do stuff for customers. I look really sloppy and stupid. So after that, I decided to start using suspenders with suits, and after that, it changed my life pretty much, because after that, I loved it because I could get down underneath the counter, grab whatever it is I needed to grab underneath the product that the customer wanted, and I was able to get back up, and my shirt wasn't untucked, and it was perfectly fine, and I didn't look ridiculous. So once again, this may be a mental thing, but that's just from my own experience. And that's a little tangent there that I got off on, but I just enjoy suspenders more than belts when it comes to suits for that exact reason. Number three, do you wear any personal fragrances? And if so, what is your favorite? So I forgot to bring them with me. So I have a Creed Green Irish Tweed. I love that scent. I've had it for a long time. I wear it for special events, and only for special events. I will not wear it for anything else. Right now, I just finished a bottle of Rosalia Vaz, and that smells really nice. Most people know that it's based on 2016 Invictus. And I also just got the Cedrat Blasé Intense, and it smells really nice. I've got a couple compliments on it, but one thing that for my skin, and that's the hardest thing with me with colognes, is my skin does not project very much. So if I have a cologne, I like for people to smell it, and not like not like ridiculous or give them a headache or whatever, but I like to have a little bit of sillage there, a little bit of presence when I'm standing there. And unfortunately, even though a lot of people have the opinion that it does project and that people can smell it, unfortunately, I do not have that. No matter how many sprays that I do with it, people just don't seem to smell it. So unless they're extremely close to me, and I don't really like people being close to me, if that makes sense, or touching me. So that's one thing that I don't like about it. But it does smell really nice. I can smell it myself when I put it on, and even throughout the day, I can get whiffs of it. But the thing is, like I said, if I'm gonna buy a fragrance, I would like for, you buy it so other people can smell as well, because it's nice to walk by something and it smells nice. So, and not just for you, but the other person as well. And I'm looking at some other fragrances as well right now. And we'll see what happens. I used to wear Bleu de Chanel parfum. I had a ridiculously huge bottle. I don't even know how many ounces it was. It was ridiculous. It was as big as my hand. It took me like 3 years to use it all. It was crazy. And I really did love that scent quite a bit. And they don't make that size bottle anymore, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. And yeah, I'm actually looking at Arabian Tonka. That's what I'm looking at right now for Montal. That's what I'm looking at for the wintertime. But the thing is, I try to use colognes that I already had before I replace it with another one. That way I don't have this ridiculously huge collection that doesn't make any sense. I'd like to have about 3 or 4 colognes, and that's it. So I usually have one for special events, which I mentioned before. I have one for the winter and one for the summer, because in Texas there's really just 2 seasons. There's not really 4, I guess, unless you live in Dallas or North Texas. But here in San Antonio, it's just either hot or not even really that cold. It's like maybe 65, and that's it. So it doesn't get really bitterly, really cold. I mean, maybe like 2 or 3 days out of the year, maybe, and that's on an off chance. It doesn't happen every year. So I don't really need a really strong projecting winter fragrance, because it just doesn't happen here. Next thing that I would say is, what products do you use on your beard? So when I worked at the Art of Shaving, I was given this from Sandra, and I still have it. It's called Kent, and it's a beard brush. This is, in my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, this is the best beard brush you can own. And it is absolutely pure class. It's handmade in Kent in England, and I really do love it. And it also has a royal warrant. And basically, this brush is so nice compared to anything else I've ever used, and I would strongly recommend that you buy it if you have a beard. This is so nice, and it exfoliates and gets down into your skin, where you can exfoliate your beard and also shape it. So this is, I would say, an absolute necessity if you have a beard, because this is better than any brush I've ever used. And I have a couple other products here. I have this Panasonic here. I can't remember. It's a wet dry. I don't think they make this model anymore. I've had this for, oh my gosh, probably 5 years at least. And I had a blue one before this that just completely went out on me, that I used for years before that. And I just use these because they're really easy to use, and I do enjoy them quite a bit. Only thing is, this one's starting to go out on me. And what I mean by go out is, it just doesn't hold a charge anymore. But the thing is, if I've used it for 5 years or more and it doesn't hold a charge anymore, I think I can live with that, right? Like, I got a pretty good usage out of it over time. And like I said, I usually generally prefer the wet dry ones, because depending on what I'm doing with my beard, it won't affect it. It won't damage it anyway. So it's just something to look out for if you're trying to trim your beard wet, because some people do that. I don't do that. I do it when it's regular, because when you clean your beard, basically it has all these little loops and stuff in it. And if you try to cut that, you can actually screw the shape of it up. And when you screw the shape of it up and you try to fix it, it's really hard to fix it. So that's one thing that you really have to pay attention to. I just personally do it dry. I'm using this right now. This is something I've used for many years when I do use anything for my beard, and usually using it in high humidity days, is Kenyu Handlebar, and it's the dry oil, and it's classic. So basically this is like a little pomade, and it kind of keeps the flyaways of the beard down and gives it shape. So that's pretty much it. And I also have a beard wash. It's in my is in my my shower right now. But I would say anything you could use. Just it doesn't need to be a specific one. Just whatever works for your skin and is the best in my opinion. Whatever seems to work for you, it doesn't have any reaction or anything. That's the best thing you can use for your beard. And definitely, that's what I use for mine. And I have used that for many years. One thing that I forgot to bring in here was I use this sometimes to get rid of the hairs here on my mustache. And then I also have a pair of mustache scissors that I can use to cut here. But the thing is, I use that for the corners right here because sometimes it's really hard to get, because the head is so big on that trimmer that it's really hard to get in here and cut this correctly. So sometimes you really have to get in here with detailed scissors and cut this out here so it doesn't get in the way. Just a word of the wise. I forgot to bring that in here as well, but that's something else that I do use. And let's see here. Number 5, be honest. How many comments do you get about your feet? You'd be amazed, dude. How many comments I get about my feet? It's unreal. It's wild. Like if you saw some of my DMs, you would cry. And some of them are very interesting. I get very interesting DMs, which is another reason why I do not take pictures with socks or just bare feet, just in general, because not just the comments, but the DMs are wild, and I just prefer not to have them. And another thing is, even though I do get more traction, I do get more people commenting, and I do get more followers from having those kind of things, I don't post them all the time because I don't want my channel to be specifically for that, if that makes sense, because that's not why I made this channel, and I'm not interested in just doing that explicitly. So that's another thing. The reason why I don't make explicitly those posts. So next thing is, have you ever worn sandals or Birkenstocks when going to the beach or piers? So let's see here. Right now, because I had surgery on my foot, I have to wear open-toed shoes, which kind of sucks, but that's what happens when you have surgery on your feet. You can't wear closed-toed shoes. So I have this here. I love these Birkenstocks. These are my favorite sandals. I usually use them for in the house, but I've also worn them at the beach and piers and things of that nature. I'm also a big fan of espadrilles, but most people will tell you once you try these on and you wear them around your house, or if you wear them at the beach, or like you said, pier or anything like that, they're absolutely fantastic and extremely comfortable. So I definitely have some, and totally worth your time, in my opinion, if you're looking at getting. Yes, they're a little bit on the expensive side, but totally worth it, in my opinion. Once you put your foot in it and you start wearing it, it's fantastic, and I don't think you could ever go back after that. That's just my opinion, but I'm completely biased, by the way, because I do enjoy them so much. As you can see, there's quite a bit of wear on and I just bought these not even a couple months ago. So next thing is, it says wonder with a question mark. I don't even know what that means, so I don't even want to answer that because I don't know what it means. It just says wonder, and it had like a question mark, so I'm kind of confused about that. So whoever wrote that to me, if you can explain it to me, that'd be cool. I tried to reach out to them, but they didn't answer, so may it be, I suppose. But this is pretty much all I have today for question-wise. That I got questions from Instagram. So if you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you after a while, and I look forward to your comments down below. Are there anything that I didn't address in this live stream that you'd love for me to address in another live stream? Please leave it down below. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day. And also have my Instagram and my Patreon down in the description. If you guys would like to subscribe there, I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much, and have a wonderful day.